the bodily rays of the Lord. The Brahmajyoti is not separate from the Lord, as the glowing sun ray is not independent of the sun disk. Therefore, one who desires to merge into the Supreme Impersonal Brahmajyoti must also worship the Lord by the Bhakti Yoga, as recommended here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhakti Yoga is specially stressed here as the means of all perfection.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So now we'll go to the commentary, translation and commentary by Vishnu Chaik Thakur. It throws some more light. Can you read this from the screen? Where's the mic? Yeah.
The person desiring destruction of all desires, the person with all desires, and even the person with an intense desire for liberation, if he has good intelligence, will worship the Supreme Lord with pure bhakti.
Yeah, this is very pure bhakti, you know. He will worship the Lord even though with material desires or desire for liberation with pure bhakti. It may sound very contradictory. Okay, so we'll discuss that. And he's saying akama means person desiring destruction of desires. So everyone is included in it. Okay, commentary. Yeah.
Those desires are shown by...
No, you're not able to read. Not only those persons.
Not only those persons who have a desire to destroy all material desires should worship the Supreme Lord, but also those with all desires and those with no desires should worship Bhagavan.
Okay.
According to Siddhar Swami, Akama means a pure devotee. Jiva Goswami in his Sandarbha says that Akama means a person whose only happiness is the happiness of the Supreme Lord. The word Sarvakama includes all desires in general. Mokshakama is mentioned separately in order to cut down people's thought that they are without desire, since they desire liberation. Or the word can indicate then that the person desiring liberation is even more filled with desire than the person desiring material comforts, since it follows directly after the word Sarvakama. The word Kama itself indicates a desire to destroy suffering and attain happiness. Those desires are shown to be stronger in the jnanis, engaged in destroying the suffering of their samsara and anxious for experiencing of the happiness of Brahman, than in the karmis who desire to destroy temporary suffering and gain temporary happiness of Swarga by worshipping devatas. But the devotees are engaged only in giving happiness to their worshipable Lord. The word Nishkama is applicable to them. This is understood from this statement.
Okay. So very important, very interesting point. Akama means those who have a desire for destruction of their material desires. Sarvakama is who are full of material desires. And Mokshkama is those who desire liberation. So Vishnu Chakravarti is saying they have been listed separately because generally people think, no, I don't want anything, I just want moksha. But he is saying the desire for moksha is more strong than the sarvakama. So this sequence, akama, sarvakama, mokshkama. Why this sequence is taken? Because the mokshkami, they have most intense desire. Their desire is most strong, and their desire is they want to get rid of this material world and they want to enjoy the happiness of Brahman. And the sarvakama means they want to get rid of the small sufferings and want to enjoy the happiness of this material world. But akama means those who want to give happiness to the Supreme Lord. So out of these three, normally we will feel, a normal person will feel that mokshkami is better than sarvakami. But in a way, this verse is showing the mokshkami are most difficult to convert than the sarvakami. More difficult to convert. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are case studies of 4 Kumaras and Shukdev Goswami. They were mokshkami, they were fixed in Brahman. And when they became devoted, it's a news, it is coming in, appearing in Srimad Bhagavatam. But a sarvakami, a karmakandi person becoming a devotee is not a big news. You know, it's very easy to convert a materialist into a devotee. But it's very, very difficult to one who is a Mayavadi or who is for mokshkami into a devotee. Because his desire to give up this material world is so strong. No, we cannot, he has killed his service propensity. I don't want to serve anyone. Because he's fearful. If I engage my senses, it will result in miseries. He has that fear. No? Krishna also says, Vitaraga bhaya krodha. And there in the Prabhupada saying, bhaya means this impersonalists are fearful. That if I worship a personal form, if I engage my senses in pleasing his senses, it will lead to miseries. Form means senses, senses means sense engagement, that means miseries. So I want to run away from miseries. No sense engagement, no service, nothing. I just give me shanti, shanti, shanti. You know, he's totally averse to service. But the sarvakami, those who want to enjoy this material world, we can easily dovetail them. Okay, you want this material happiness? Go to Krishna, come to Krishna, he will fulfill your desire. So he'll do all these things. You know, if he can, they work so hard. They bring Ganga water from Haridwar and go to some, you know, travel so many miles on foot. You know, what is that called? Kavadiya. You know. We tell them, okay, do it for Krishna. You will get better results. They'll do it for Krishna. No problem. So they have service attitude. It can just be transferred. But this mokshkami, they don't have service attitude. They don't want to serve. And they are impelled by the emotion of fear. You know. And the emotion of fear is most strong. You know, ahar, nidra, bhaya, maithun. If we have fear, we cannot enjoy either eating, sleeping or meeting. You know, fear will destroy everything. So because as impersonalists, they are driven by the emotion of fear. They are totally averse to service. So that's how they are the worst in a way. That cannot be made devotees. But the sarvakami, they can still be converted to devotees. Right? This is the point it is being made here. So, yeah, okay. We should go ahead. Okay. Then again he is quoting some verses from the Vishnu Puran. Wherever I may wander, O Master, among the thousand species, in each situation may have firmly fixed devotion to you. So that way. So now in the last paragraph he says, what is Udardhi means? You can read this.
Udardhi means very intelligent. To make Bhagavan the subject of one's devotion, whether it is without desires or with desires, is a sign of good intelligence. Not worshipping the Lord is a sign of foolish intelligence. That bhakti should be strong, tivrena, without the mixture of jnana or karma, like the rays of the sun unmixed with clouds.
Now what is meant by tivrena bhakti? Practical, what does it mean? Without? How is it different from Uttama Bhakti? Definition of Uttama Bhakti by Rupa Goswami. Is it the same or is it different? In this there are desires. That means with desires also we can perform Tivrena Bhakti. So what is that Tivrena Bhakti? Serious to follow the process, yeah. More intense, yes. One point, that is the way. Because it is said, without mixture of jnana or karma, that is avibicharani bhakti. Mam choyo bicharana bhakti yogena sevate. So this is avibicharani bhakti. That only Krishna, I will not take shelter of karma kand or jnana kand for achieving for fulfilling my desires. I will only depend on what it means. So that is avyabhichari bhakti. No vyabhichar, only Krishna. No mixture. Okay. So that means, like pure devotional service has two primary characteristics and Gyan Karmadi Anavritam. But it has Anya Abhilasha. Anyone with material desires perform Uttama Bhakti also? If I have material desires, all of us, if you don't mind, we may be having some material desires. So can we perform Uttama Bhakti, Anya Bhilashita Shunyam? Or first of all, we have to get rid of all desires. Yeah, so can I perform Uttama Bhakti or not? But Uttama Bhakti says Anya Bhilashita Shunyam, but I have desires. So I may be having material desires, but still I can perform Uttama Bhakti, because when I am performing Bhakti, I am not aspiring for the fulfillment of these desires. In fact, I am aspiring for destroying these desires. Getting the point? My heart may be full of anartha. What is anartha? My purpose should be to please Guru and Krishna, although I have material desires. And my other purpose should be to kill these desires, to destroy these desires. That's how at the stage of sadhana bhakti, I'll get the symptoms of kleshagni and shubda. All these symptoms will appear. Okay. And at the stage of bhav, moksha, laghuta, krit will appear. That means material desires will gradually vanish if I practice Uttama Bhakti. Uttama Bhakti means my purpose of performing devotional service should be pure, although my heart may be filled with material desires. Okay. There may be cases, there is a mixed devotee. Who is a mixed devotee? Who performs devotional service with material desires. As of now, the lust in the heart may be less than a person who is performing pure devotional service. There is a new joinee, new devotee, his heart is full of lusty desires, but he is trying to practice Uttama Bhakti. There is another old devotee whose level of lust in the heart is lower than this devotee, but who is performing mixed devotional service. He is performing devotional service that I get something out of it. There may be a case like this. So who will catch the attention of Krishna? New devotee who is trying to perform pure devotional service. So what we should focus upon is, what is the intention of my devotional service? We should not focus how much anarthas I have. They will be gradually destroyed if I perform devotional service with pure intention. That is the point. So it's very encouraging. It's a very encouraging way of looking at the things. Normally, as a sadhak, if we commit some mistake, again and again, those material desires are haunting us, we feel discouraged. No problem. These material desires will go away if I remain focused in my devotional service. Whatever devotional service I am performing, it should be for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. That much, if I ensure that, anartha nivritti will happen very fast. Okay. That much I should do. And if I have material desires, no problem. Even then, it should be avyabhicharani bhakti. Tivran bhakti means avyabhicharani bhakti. Full force. Like Dhruv Maharaj gave him full force. For 6 months, he followed the process so nicely that he got purified and he had the darshan of Lord also. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, that means my endeavors, they should be fulfilling the needs of Guru and Krishna.
Yeah.
And not that I know by this endeavor the result which will come. That result is of my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So I am performing the devotional service not for my enjoyment, just for pleasing my Guru and Krishna. Yes. If I make my intentions pure, then the anartha nivritti will happen very fast. My material desires will go away. But if I am performing devotional service with ulterior motives, puja, la, pratishtha and all those things, so then I am accumulating more anarthas, bhakti utha anartha. The 4 types of anarthas, So then I am accumulating bhakti unartha. These material desires were not there when I came to Krishna consciousness. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, I brought in more material desires. Bhakti utha anartha. So normally we are trapped by that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just like you said, our desire should be for pleasing the Guru and Krishna. And with that, if you are trying to fulfill our sense gratification also, as soon as we get an opportunity, we try to gratify our senses. So how it is necessary that if we are focused, it can go together, or only one has to go lead?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's a very subtle point. You see, I am trying to please Guru and Krishna, but on the way I am getting recognition, and I like that recognition also. Who will not like recognition? But I know I didn't perform devotion service for this recognition. Then it's not, doesn't matter. Or I have envy for some devotee. I have. I mean, we are all here. Material world means there must be envy. Envy means I cannot tolerate his progress. And if something bad happens to that devotee, okay, so initial feeling may seem acha hua, but I am not performing devotional service that something bad may happen to him. So that initial feeling may come, but with my intention say, no, that's not good. It's not good. So this thing will happen. These things happen with us because heart is not completely pure. We will like recognition, we'll still have envy, but we can get rid of all these things. We just remain focused on our intention. It should be for Krishna and Guru. So then gradually we'll get rid of all these anarthas also. Kleshagni and Shubhda will appear. Okay.
It means that both the things can't go together. Like if you're focusing on the pleasing of Guru and Gauranga, so the anartha nirviti or the anarthas about gratifying senses, it will automatically go down.
Yeah, automatically.
It will.
Yeah. But if keep on looking at our anartha, then that discourages us. I'm very useless, I can't do this. And whatever I do, again I'll do out of anartha only. We get trapped actually. So now we should understand this science. Even though my heart is full of anarthas, but I am eligible for performing pure devotional service, and I'll try my best to perform pure devotional service, then automatically the pure devotional service process is so powerful and Krishna is so merciful, it will drag me to perfection, and all the symptoms of klesha, agni, shubda, they will gradually appear. Yes, Prabhuji.
After the anartha nivritti stage, like most of the anarthas are gone, and that's how we get nishtha and then ruchi, asakti, and then bhav. So, like what kind of then anarthas do trouble us after that? Like most of is it like it's very subtle, right? Or how?
Yeah. Till nishtha, we get rid of sukriti utha anarth, dushkriti utha anarth. Sukriti or dushkriti utha anarth, our pious and impious activities, is a gross level. So we get rid of this at bhajan kriya only. And till ruchi, after ruchi we get rid of bhakti utha anarth. Bhakti utha anarth is puja la pratishtha. That is na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Till ruchi they will disturb us. Till bhav we are disturbed by aparad utha anarth. If we commit offenses, due to offenses also we develop material desires. So that we will be able to get rid of at the stage of bhav.
So basically it is offenses which which are there after anartha nivritti.
Result of offenses, reaction of
yeah.
offense. Yeah.
But otherwise, all other anarthas are not there.
No,
as such.
this year, Bhakti Utha Anartha will haunt us till Ruchi. After Ruchi, they will go away. Yeah. No? Yeah. Bhakti Utha Anartha means we are performing bhakti for puja, la, pratishtha. Weeds. We are cultivating weeds. This goes away. Bhakti Utha Anartha. At the stage of Ruchi, they go away. Bhajan Kriya stage, Sukrita, Dushkrita, Anartha. Our past sanskaras of pious and impious activities. No, Bhajan Kriya. Ruchi stage, Puja La Pratishtha. That Nishtha stage, it goes down. From Bhajan Kriya to Ruchi, there will be majorly this Bhakti Utha Anartha, and till Ruchi it will go away. Yes, ma'am.
Prabhuji, this, so just one clarification. The when the Tivrana, the Tivrana Bhakti Yoga is done, Tivrana Bhakti is done, so it is not, seems to me like the Uttam Bhakti. Correct, no?
It is not as per the definition of Uttama Bhakti. But it is still, Vishwanath Chaudhary is calling it as a pure Bhakti.
But his intentions are
for me, my desires only. But other three things are there. Gyan Karmadi Navritam, Krishna Anushilam.
So that's how Chakrachakur says pure bhakti.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll just see a few lines from the purport and then we'll break. So Prabhupada is writing Bhakti Yoga especially stressed here. And then Prabhupada is writing in between here, after second paragraph. Desireless means therefore not to be inert like the stone, but to be conscious of one's actual position and thus desire satisfaction only from the Supreme Lord. Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this desirelessness as Bhajaniya Parama Purusha Sukh Matra Swa Sukhatvam. In his Sandarbh, this means that one should feel happy only by experiencing the happiness of the Supreme Lord. Now Prabhupada is inspiring us. Prabhupada is giving a practical example. How this desirelessness is pervertly reflected in material world. This intuition of living being is sometimes manifested even during the conditioned stage of a living being in the material world. And such intuition is expressed in the manner of altruism, philanthropy, socialism, communism, etc. by the undeveloped minds of the less intelligent persons. In the mundane field, such an outlook of doing good to others in the form of society, community, family, country or humanity is a partial manifestation of the same original feeling in which a pure living entity feels happiness by the happiness of the Supreme Lord. Okay? So when you do good for others, people generally feel good. But when we do for Krishna, we feel ultimately good. Prabhupada says, gopis are the perfect example of akama. Last line, the kama spirit or the desire for one's own satisfaction is fully exhibited in the material world, where the spirit of akama is fully exhibited in the spiritual world. Again, Prabhupada is giving a second example in between the paragraph. Influenced by the kama spirit, Arjuna declined to fight in the Kurukshetra battlefield because he wanted to save his relatives for his own satisfaction. But being a pure devotee, he agreed to fight on the instruction of the Lord because he came to his senses and realized that satisfaction of the Lord at the cost of his own satisfaction was his prime duty. Thus he became a kama. That is the perfect stage of a perfect living being. Last paragraph, someone can read. Udaradhi.
Udaradhi. Udaradhi means one who has a broader outlook. People with desires for material enjoyment worship small demigods, and such intelligence is condemned in the Bhagavad Gita 7.20 as Hridagyana, the intelligence of one who has lost his senses. One cannot obtain any result from demigods without getting sanction from the Supreme Lord. Therefore, a person with a broader outlook must see that the ultimate authority is the Lord, even for the material benefits. Under the circumstance, one with a broader outlook, even with the desire for material enjoyment or for relation, should take to the worship of the Lord directly. And everyone, whether an akama or sakama or mokshakama, should worship the Lord with great expedience. Expedience. This implies that Bhakti Yoga may be perfectly administered without any mixture of karma and jnana, as the unmixed sun rays are very forceful and are therefore called tivra. Similarly, unmixed Bhakti Yoga of hearing, chanting, etc. may be performed by one and all regardless of inner motive.
Yes. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.